that's exactly it. I remember it, and it's still like when I think back on it, it's confusing to me because I'm like the dichotomy of like what kind of person this person is. But it's just they don't think that they're doing anything wrong. That's the
Right.
thing. They don't think that they're doing
Well,
anything wrong.
it's like any predator. Most of them have a high position in society. It's it's not
Yeah.
like they're under a
Yeah.
bridge hiding.
Yeah,
It's
they
like,
don't think they're doing anything
right.
wrong. And part of that too is kind of just like how the dark side of the industry is. It encourages that and it makes them, it helps them settle into that mind frame of belief like they're not doing anything wrong because certain things are so normalized. And so, yeah, but it was very, very slow to start. And they'll also, another tactic that they'll do, especially in the industry, they'll like introduce you to their like connections or people that they know that are like really successful, like solid connections that they have. This is this famous person I know that I've helped out. This is this famous band. This is this famous actor. This is this, famous agent, whatever, this, that, or the other. And they'll just like subtly show it to you. That's like another thing that they'll like slip in there, over the course of the time, right? And so then it becomes, what are you willing to do? Or like, what are you willing to allow to get to where you want to be? Because keep in mind, by this point, we have a solid game plan of how I'm going to get to where I want to be, But it also, before this really even started happening, it was more the normalization of, oh, look at all these other people. They're all doing this. They're all allowing this. If you don't allow it, you're not going to ever be there. And it's not necessarily just that.
Let me just so the audience understands what you're saying. Allow it when you're saying allowing this, we're talking about sex.
Yeah, allowing. Oh, but it could be anything. They could be like, hey, you have to allow this, this agent, this connect. It could be like, if you're a musician, this bookie to like do this with you, or come, as we see with like the Diddy thing, you have to come to this kind of a gathering, and they'll slip it in there. Like it's not ever what you actually think it's gonna be. It'll be just come, hang out with us. Let's have some fun. Let's just have a really good time. It's going to be a great time. Okay. Just for a few hours, we're going to hang out. It's going to be a great time.
And they're showing you famous people or famous bands
Yes.
and saying, how do you think they got to where they're at?
Yes.
Like that
and
sort of thing.
Other actors. Like I learned so much about so many actors that it is true. And that's the scary and sad part, is that a lot of it is true. There are a lot of actors, especially A-list and otherwise and below it, who are involved in doing these things or are doing these things consensually and otherwise. And so
thinking it'll catapult them to the next.
It's I don't know if it's necessarily that as much as they've been groomed so hard themselves to up to that point.
This is just part of the process.
It's just it's in the environment.
I got to sleep with this agent. I got to sleep with
or
that
I've
manager.
I've got to deal with this person trying to sleep with me. Some of the really, not everybody of course does it. Some of the really smart ones have learned how to navigate around it, and that's the best way to be. Learn how to navigate kind of around it so that you can avoid it, but still, find the right people. Find the right people, because there are a few people out there who are not predators and are not going to try to
just a few
get you into it. It's sad because it's a few. There's a lot. There's a lot at all levels, and that's kind of why I'm here to even talk about that, because people don't realize there's a few, but there's a lot at all levels. You got to find like the best of a bad situation is how I would put it.